FNAF 3 needs no introduction. I think everyone watching has either played, watched, or knows a thing or two about FNAF 3. If you don't, you had more than 10 years now? Despite its difficulty and sometimes annoying jump scares, it has, in my opinion, a very different and unique experience compared to the rest of the early FNAF games. Mainly the first game to take place outside of the pizzeria setting. Something about its vibe and atmosphere being all dark, ominous, green. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, hello. If you haven't seen the first two videos about the series, I recommend you watch those first. Basically, this is a bit of a mini-series on how I think the FNAF animatronics could probably look like as real-life animatronics from their time. Comparing the FNAF animatronics from the earlier games to real-life animatronics that performed in the 80s and 90s, the noticeable difference between the two is that the FNAF animatronics have more open gaps between joints and lack any form of real clothing, only wearing bow ties and other accessories. Though unlike the first two games taking place in an actual establishment, FNAF 3 takes place in Fazbear's Frights, a theme park horror attraction, so the animatronics are actually meant to be scary and damaged. Another thing about the Phantom animatronics is that even though they aren't technically animatronics, I'm still going to add them in the video because A, they play a very big part in the game, and B, this video would be very short if I didn't, so without any further introduction, let's look at how the FNAF 3 animatronics could probably look like as real life. Phantom Freddy is a ghostly version of, well, Freddy. He's missing his right ear, his left leg, and if you look closely at his game model, he's basically just a withered golden Freddy with white pupils and his body painted green. For Phantom Freddy's design, I based him off of several different animatronics, mainly animatronics that had been damaged or abandoned. I gave him his classic black top hat and bow tie, as well as a torn jacket with a patterned shirt, torn gray pants with his right leg missing, and lastly his microphone. His animatronic design is a more worn-down, abandoned animatronic look, with the clothes being destroyed after years of neglect and having very little remain of the colors they used to have. His endoskeleton and other electronic wiring is visible, and the whole animatronic seems to be in rough shape. With any character that has a form of snout, depending on what material the mask is made out of, over the years the mask can start to droop down because of gravity, causing cracks, tears, and pains shipping from the mask. Foxy's design is a bit similar to Phantom Freddy's, being essentially a retrofitted withered Foxy. For Foxy's design, I gave him his eye patch, shorts with a rope belt, a striped shirt with a pirate jacket, as well as those things that some old pirate uniforms have. And of course, Foxy's iconic hook. His animatronic design is a bit more damaged than Freddy's. Wires and mechanical parts sticking out, clothes all torn, and has definitely seen better days. Phantom Chica's design is a bit different from the rest of the Phantoms, being the only Phantom animatronic using a game model from FNAF 1. For Phantom Chica's design, the overall design of the character is pretty much the same as my previous videos. For her final design, I gave her a green chef coat, as well as a green skirt, green shoes, green scarf, and pretty much everything green.
Hello?
Oh yeah, how could I forget? There literally wouldn't be a FNAF 3 without Springtrap. A normal animatronic with a perfectly innocent and fun backstory. In-game, Springtrap's origins are, I'm guessing you know by now, and is now currently being used as a main attraction at Fazbear's Frights. For Springtrap's design, I thought about basing it off of the 80s Chuck E. Cheese walk-around costume, specifically the one made for the commercials, where the eyes and mouth are fully articulated. I gave him an orange vest, brown pants, tears and rips all over his costume, and for his head, the animatronic head is separated from the jaw with cracks, rips, and wires sticking out of the animatronic. The nose of Springtrap is missing, and if you look closely, you can even see the endoskeleton of the animatronic. Wait. And that concludes this video. As of recording, it has been over a year since I started this mini-series with FNAF 1, and
If you were a FNAF fan back in 2016, you might remember.
yeah. Looking back at it now, I do feel like I was a bit rough when talking about the original in-game designs. Overall, this is just a random idea of a video I thought of doing, and is never intended to say anything negative about the original designs. To wrap it up, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the future.